right. I'm back. 30 Bomb is loading into a map. It's VindaCator here from iPlayMore.com. Quick reminder to subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. And I'm the game designer developer for a game called Thunder. And the most important thing that you do is go to IMU Studios.com and sign up for a video game test. Page looks like this, right on the home page, right on the right-hand side. Put in your name, email address, say you want free game test, and click the Sign Me Up button. And this Friday, we're going to do it. You're going to see us in, well, it's me. I don't know if there's an us yet. Oh, that was the thing I wanted to announce. We're actually going to be announcing, this is kind of scary for us because we're not there yet, announcing a multiplayer date for Thunder. So, that's not going to happen on Friday, but on Friday I'm going to announce a date that's going to happen. So, we're going to step out there and make some decisions. And then I'll be able to answer questions like, how many gigs is our download? I have no idea. Because we're working on master files, so it's massive. You know, then we've got backups and copies. So it's massive, but it won't be for you guys. It'll be big. But anyways, here we go. Let's play a little dirty ball. Oh, hey. There I am. Thanks, Tadukin. I just want to make a separate video. Keep those things separate. So I thought, man, I'm going to be done really soon. Just not true. I think for 2016 I was taking a screenshot or 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 every day, so that's what happened there. It's nice that they have a garbage can here. Imagine being the guy, you're gonna model a garbage can? Oh, is there garbage in the game? No, it's just a model. It's not gonna do anything. But that's your job. You're going to model a cannon. Oh, good. You're going to be able to shoot it? Nope. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like that. But that's the way my mind works. It's just that all the things that we've built in our game, you know, there's reason and purpose for all that stuff. Uh-oh. I was blindly shooting. Little secret there, when you get blinded by thunder, your aimer will turn red when it's on an enemy. So even blind, you can shoot. There's all kinds of little tricks like that in these games. You know, not just this game. So I guess I could be somebody else. I don't have to be. Now, how the hell? That fire must have followed me. That's weird. I think that's a little buggy. Honestly, fire could not kill somebody just because it followed them. What was I being shot? Oh my goodness, I just keep hearing a sound. It's like somebody on a mic banging a table or something. Probably my imagination. I always complain that is the worst part of this game, is that countouts. Oh, come on. Eat some apples. So we put a big bucket of apples under the house. And the mice already got in there. And all of the ones, the mice all took a bite out of this apple and that apple. Every one that the mice took a bite out of, immediately the bacteria took over and it just went moldy. I had to pull them all out and throw them away. But all the other apples are just fine. Oh my god. That should be Kira. Alright. I'll respawn as Kira. And then I'll do that. Oh my god. Oh. Man, that giddy up shooting. I always say I understand it. Military implemented that to save bullets because all the new recruits were unloading everything. They just pulled the trigger down and unload the whole magazine. And it was costing the military millions and millions of dollars. So they implemented burst fire as a solution. And it actually worked out really well because people are much more accurate when they fire just 3 bullets and then have a moment to think about what they're shooting at. I'll tell you though, if I was out there, I wouldn't want to have burst fire. I sure don't like it in the game. I mean, if you used it all the time, if that was all you used, it'd be fine. But when you're going from a fully automatic weapon, to burst fire, you screw up. Running from the data. Oh, somebody behind me. They're repairing the gen. Alright, more apple tree. Boy, I'm opinionated, eh? I guess that's what happened to you. Oh! Medic. Oh well. Oh hey, if I reveal a new song, I'll have a new song in my playlist. Look at all these songs that I don't play in my playlist because I haven't done any reveal. I think I better go prox. What? Get me up, get me up. Yeah, Sparks made a mistake there. She was trying to disarm the bomb, and I'm proxy laying right there, and I can disarm 3 times faster. She should have got me up through health, stayed back, let me die a few times, just keep me up. Oh well. Alright, so we'll find another game. Finally used to this new menu. It drove me crazy when I first got it. I'm like, what the? Where did everything go? It's all here. I swear I hear knocking or pounding or something. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, very productive day today. I like those kind of days. And it's just because everything has been, all this work we've been doing, it gets to the point where, you know, things start to happen. My hands are doing this. You can't see that. You know, what you did weeks ago, you go back and revisit it, and you already know kind of what to do, and just things go faster and faster. Not that we don't have a long way to go yet. That was a painful first year, literally. It's wind coming from my mouth into the mic, that's what it is. I don't use pop screens. Or just block me more. So what I do when I record professionally, I run 5 microphones, and my whole idea is that I'm set up for surround sound. So when somebody pops a pee, let me try to turn my head, pops a pee, or over distorts a mic because a microphone cannot handle what a human ear can. Yeah, there it is. That's what's happening. It never happens on all 5 mics. Worst case scenario, you know, it might happen on 2 mics, 3 mics, very worst. So worst case, I can go and make a copy of that. Oh, I thought I had mine ready. I did not. That's another thing about our game. I don't put important things like that off on the side of the game where you can't see it. I've learned that the human eye is really only 20/20 in the very center. Our peripheral vision is not very good. Oops, didn't do that. So having, you know, like, yeah, I can see I got a mine ready, but I have to actually look over there. I have 2 mines ready now. But, you know, when somebody's shooting you, you're not going to look way over there. Got him. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. I changed my melee button and I'm pushing the old button. Oh, that's sad. I had to retrain myself to do that, and now I got to train myself back. That says somebody's coming. Yep. Oh. That'll be the end of me. That is one thing I do like about PUBG, because you have one life. Did he jump down? Nope. Nope, yeah, he did. Uh-oh. Get the Ford back, please. Oh. He shot my mind. At least in first place. And we're not losing it. Oh. That way, drop that. Drop one there. Oh. That did no good. Oh my god. That was the throw of mine and shoot it thing. I didn't think there was three there. My team would have done something. You know, this is the part I hate. Yeah, it's gonna blow. There's nothing I can do. Well, somebody's gonna go back over my mind. Oh, come on. They were shooting my mind. Now, this is one thing I miss, is being able to work on music. Just too busy. Been doing some sounds for the game, though. It's always fun. And I didn't even finish him. Two guys shooting at me. Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see ya. So did you hear the news? This Friday, we're going to be showing off our game, 2 p.m. Pacific. Why am I putting a mine down? Okay, that was absolutely crazy. Good to hear. I'm doing great, man. Having the time of my life. Back making games. I love it. This Friday, yep. And then we're going to be announcing, won't be playing, we'll be announcing a multiplayer date. Hoping the heck that we'll be able to keep up the... Nice, nice. Oh, they got one. I couldn't do it all. Yeah, like this week. Yeah, this Friday. It's going to be a good time, man. And I'm not just, I'll be showing screenshots in the beginning, but after that, I'm going to be live in the game, running around. We don't have multiplayer yet, so it's not going to be as exciting as it should be. But we've been able to accomplish some amazing things. So I can't talk too much about it yet, because we've got some twists and turns and some things that we're going to reveal, but it's coming. Oh man, oh. Couldn't do it all. It's hard to get that head focus. And it's going to be the most unique video game that I've ever seen. I mean, we did that on purpose, of course. Come on. Oh, the other guy was my guy. Yeah, well, there's no... Forget the MMO at this stage. It's just a prototype. But it's definitely first-person shooter, and it's a big map, man. 16 on 16, and we only developed the core of it, so we didn't develop the whole shebang. We've got a whole world designed. Open world, that's right. But that's the design. So the MMO stuff's kind of on. Oh, I hear him flying. Is on the left hand. First person stuff is on the right hand. So we still got to get all that done. Like I said, it's not quite there yet. But it's coming. It's just everything that you do, you have to do again, and then one more time to get it right. It's just, I don't know why it's like that. I'm sure it's not like that forever. But, and the other thing is we're cutting a bunch of new ground. You know, if you go look at the YouTube videos that train you how to make stuff in games, you can't find a lot of the stuff that we're doing. Let me explain game modes to you this way. When we made our very first prototype, this is back in 2008, I had a video game manager, and the big game at the time was Quake 3 with 4 game modes. And he said to me something that was so profound. In fact, I didn't get it when he first said it. He said, if you have 4 game modes, you're dividing your community in 4. I go, what are you talking about? You gotta have 4 game modes. That's what in my game design doc had 4 game modes. But to be honest, I had 1 really good game mode and 3 so game modes, and we would have divided the company into 4. 5 if you count cinematics to make this extra game mode. So you know how many game modes we have? 1. We focus on making 1 great game. So that's a revelation. And simplifying is not an easy thing to do. Not sure where to go. I'm always reloading. Oh boy, there's two guys there. I'm doing good. So the game mode that we're going to have is called Throne Wars. It's our own creation. It's kind of like Capture the Flag, except you capture your own throne. And then you're building strongholds, you're building kingdoms, you're building empires, and you're building dynasties. It's very, very cool. Completely unique. Not like anything else you've ever played. And it's empowering and it's addictive. And then we've got things in the game that are. Do you remember in the Matrix where they were moving in a different kind of time, what they call bullet time? Well, I didn't mean to invent that in our game, but that exists in our game, and it has nothing to do with any of that. It's a completely different thing. I redesigned something that I thought could be better. And then I created a synergy. And literally, oh, not good. Literally, a guy and I were playing, and we have a thing called. I'll explain this. It's just easier for you. Can I add crack cocaine into that? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. It's cool though, because you can enter a server all by yourself and start playing all by yourself. Hey, how you doing? You can after you play it, you can answer that question for me. Tell me how addictive you think it is. I'd be curious to know. Oh, I just got that. Oh my god. Oh man. Of course I remember you. Dutch, the guy who's not from Holland. Anyways, man, I got off. I was going to say one more thing here. I'll say something completely different then, and that's we took the older version of our game. Oh, look at that! There's a screenshot. Now I have to push two buttons because I only want to screenshot one screen. Anyways, okay, let me get back to this. So our original game, very first version, very first prototype we ever made, the programmer said there's restrictions on the game engine. I'm going to take them off, and you can, play and see what it's like. He took the restrictions off the game engine, and there was so much freedom. It was so much fun. I couldn't believe it. And then we played multiplayer, and we could not hit each other. There was just too much freedom. That's why they take all the restrictions, or put all the restrictions on game engines. So you're actually in a world. A game engine is a very, very powerful machine. And they limit it to, I want to see what missions I got still. They're all done, yay! All right, second display. So he said to me, do you want me to put the restrictions back on? I said, no, I'll design around it. And at the time, our game was called Prince of Thunder. And so I came up with this idea of not only having weapons, or devices we call them, they're much more futuristic than just a gun. I came up with this idea of also having... Oh my god, that was bad. I got one. Having a scepter that could, you know, because I was playing all these MMOs, right? So that you get all these cool powers. I thought, man, wouldn't it be cool if you could have all those powers instead of waiting for 80 levels? If you could just pick and choose them every game, depending on the enemy and what they choose and things like that. So that's what I did. I'm just going to turn this down a little bit. Oh. There we go. So anyways, that's what we did, and we just had it very raw on the prototype. It's going to be a lot more developed in this game, of course. But it worked. Because you know what it's like if you have like a sniper rifle or a railgun or whatever. You can take that one impossible shot. It's hard to get a whole bunch in a row. But you can make that one really hard shot. And so using that principle of making that one really hard shot, you would cast lightning, hold somebody, and then they were a lot easier to hit. I'm planting right behind this thing. Isn't that cool? I come in the server. Get the plant. Oh, yes. Oh, sweet. She put that health station with me. Wait for mine. We get some fire? Here we go. Anyways, and I guess the end of the point of my story is that the new game engine that we've set up, everything that we've set up, we have all that freedom, which is great. So Dutch says, "Do you want me to play again?" I reinstalled it, but it kept running after I turned it off. Do you know why? Oh, you're talking about Dirty Bomb? Huh, I don't know. Now, this is the thing about the game, is I tell these little stories about these different elements of it, but it's a lot more than that. And it's all these separate things, like, oh, I really like this from this game, like the MMO. I really like this from this game, first-person shooter. I really like whatever. Let's see, look at me in last place. Oh, yeah, because I came in late. That's right. Okay, I'm going to play one more. You couldn't close it, so you uninstalled it. Dutch, that's the weirdest story I've ever heard about Dirty Bomb. I heard people have all kinds of problems, but I never seen that one. As far as reinstalling it, you know, if you want to play it, I know you're kind of... I'm just playing it until our game's out, so... But that's the amazing thing is we're not... It's not like I've been hired by some company as a game designer, so I'm really nervous and I don't want to lose my job, so I just do the safe stuff. I mean, we don't answer to anybody. It's our own... Only yesterday, huh? It's our own game company. And I'm not worried about pleasing some guy with the money. I'm not worried about, you know, pleasing some manager and trying to move up in the company. Like, it's my company. I own it. I'm the CEO. I'm the game designer. I'm doing the music, you know, doing too much, but that's always the way it is in the beginning. Oh, Pure Salt has another question coming. He says, "Hey, are you going to do a case opening on Friday?" No. I've got 1,500 cases. I don't know what I'm going to do. I was thinking about just doing like 100 a day or something, but somebody said that's not a good idea. So I don't know. I just don't got time. And not only do I have that many cases, look at that. I got $3.9 million. So anyway. Oh, noobs. More noobs. Oh no. My whole team is... Oh, not this guy. I've got the best cards on my team. 20th stream. Now, very early in my streaming, a guy came up to me and he says, stop opening your cases during your broadcast. I'm like, what? He says, oh yeah. He says, do a separate case an unboxing video. They're huge. I'm like, oh, okay. So I started saving up. So I would saved up 12 cases. I did an unboxing video, and he was right. The unboxing video had more views than the gaming videos. I'm like, oh, so I guess I got to change the way I think about this. So I thought, well, I did 12, so I better do 20. So I did 20. Did a 20 unboxing, and I thought, well, I guess I better do 50 next time. So I saved up 50, and then I saved up 100. Then I learned something. The more cases you open, the better the odds are. Now, for example, I opened up 1,588 cases. That should have given me, if you do the math, should have given me 1.5 Cobalt cards. I got 3. So I did twice as good. And my friend did the same thing, and he said the same thing. 1 million cases. I wouldn't slow open those. And that's the other thing is I slow open my cases. I do not quick open them. So just no fun in that. Planting. Here they come. God, I hope they're covering that. Oh, look at what? These. Okay, I got a bunch of noobs in my team. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do. Yeah, so as far as unboxing goes, I just don't know what to say. And the other thing is I want to do more than I did last time, right?
You're a fucking faggot to use that weapon. Fucking faggot.
Oh! The guy's head blew up when I hit it. No. They're gonna get that this time. Oh. My goodness. Yeah, you're right. The game has not changed very much. There's a couple new maps, couple new characters, but it's no mine, they're disarming. And the thing is you got to understand about me is I'm not playing this game because I love it. I mean, I think it's the best thing I can find. I've tried to find something that's better. I don't like jumping around on games. The other thing is when I'm broadcasting, I got to say the name of the game I'm broadcasting. And I've got to go change 6 networks to say the name of the game. So it's just easier to say that it's this game. I don't even want to say our own game because that'll say that that's the year that it's released. And it's a big hassle trying to get your name into the system as an approved game. You're not supposed to do that with unreleased games. Except, you know, in some ways our game's not going to be released. You know, it's just these perpetual updates. I mean, we'll change from a prototype. Oh my god. They're all over it. And the other thing is I'm not sitting here thinking about this game. this is just a way for me to connect with an audience. And I mean, I can't play my own game yet. I mean, I could, but you know, we don't have multiplayer yet. We don't have people on the servers yet. We don't even have servers yet. That's gonna come. Well, at least I got the medic. Now, here's the thing, Dutch. Will I stay for a few games? This is the reason my wrists hurt. Is because I play too much. And the other thing is I'm playing, you know, making a first-person shooter game, which means I'm running around in that game using the same controls. So I'd love to say yes, but I think the answer is going to have to be this is my last game. Just for health reasons. Now, I might have a fix for all this. I feel very confident about it. It's called DMSO. The pharmaceutical companies can't make money on it because it's not, you can't put a patent on it because it's older remedy, but it replaces pills and painkillers. And not only does it remove the pain, it's topical. You don't have to eat it. You just put it right on your skin. Whoa! Oh, I got it! So my advice to you is try to join... Oh, I guess you can't even join on it, can you? But I'll be playing every day now until our event. It's just game development is keeping me very busy too. And I need to keep my health up. Anyways, this stuff, I've ordered it. And they say it takes 58 seconds. And only does it remove the pain, it heals you. And people were swearing by it. There was a 60-minute show on it saying, how come pharmaceutical companies aren't telling you about this? It's better than any drugs. And so I'll try that next week, and hopefully that will solve the problem. I don't know. Oh. I think I'm using 26. These are still my old monitors. I haven't got new monitors yet. My goal was to get up to 4K. To run this with 4K. This new computer. I might have to get a second video card though. I mean, it's running great. But you're pushing 4 times as many pixels with 4K. And everybody tells me don't buy monitors, buy TV sets. So I don't know. I gotta... And there's no sense learning all that stuff before you're ready to buy it. The market changes so fast. Oh, Stephen. That's what I hate about his health packs. They'll fill you up, but you can't be shot. Okay, we've already fixed that. Why are we all sitting in that room? Here they come. That's the funny thing about this game. You think you're safe, you're not. There's always some angle somebody can shoot you at. Hunting? Mines are gone. Got a mine back on there? Stop him, stop him. All right. All right. That was awesome. Well, of course. And the other thing is, too, you got to remember, the bigger the monitor, the further it should be away from you. Oh, I've got 3 different monitors. So I'm using a Dell, an Asus, and an HP. Which is kind of stupid. But I just buy what... The Dell my dad bought for me. And the HP... sorry, the Asus, I had a second monitor that go bad, so I had to buy the Asus. I just bought whatever was cheap. But the Asus is my best monitor. I love that monitor. A weapons case. Oh, is that locked? Oh well, we won't worry about it. Alright, I'll play one more. But anyways, my point is the bigger the monitor, the further back it should be. So it kind of defeats the purpose. You're just spending more money on power. I always run 2 monitors on every computer. The beautiful thing is this Asus video card will run 6 monitors off the 1 video card. 6, no 5. 5 monitors. It uses the HDMI TV cable. And that also delivers sound. So if I've got a big fancy audio interface because I have a recording studio, so I've got 16 in, 16 outs. You know, and it's professional audio with professional preamps and all that kind of stuff. Expensive stuff. You know, most gamers don't have that kind of thing. But when it's off or it's on the other computer, this Asus monitor actually delivers sound through the HDMI cable. I don't have any audio cables connected to it. So I was very amazed at how great Asus is. Love that company. My motherboard is Asus too. Love that motherboard. So great company. Probably my favorite monitor too. And the other thing is I think it's the same size as the other ones, but it just, I'm looking at it right now. You know, the Dell is very square. The HP, you know, they got rounded corners and stuff, but it's the same kind of stuff. Big companies charging a lot of money for their monitors, although I got the HP pretty cheap. But this Asus, it's my main monitor, and I really like it. So, hold on, I'm playing again, and you're not playing with me. Are you in the game? Another thing that drives me nuts too with this randomness is you end up playing the same level. Playing the same level 3 or 4 times in a row. Oh, we gotta join. Yeah, you can't just join on me anymore. It kind of sucks. They've changed all that. Oh, I almost got it. That's almost repaired. Just touch it. Engineer. There you go. Oh. Goodbye, little foxy. A fat rugrat. That's what people call young kids rugrats. You know, little kids that call them. Ah! Phantom behind us. Alright, we got it. I was gonna die. Oh, I left the door open. Oh, that was not good. We're doing good. It's going really well. My monitor is arm's length, arm and a half maybe away from me. Seems just perfect. If it was bigger, I'd have to have it back further. It's being shot from somewhere else. Yeah, so I'll be on tomorrow again. So what you gotta do is catch me between games. And then what we do is we make a team. And then when we go look for games, we're together on the same team. I do like the new system. It's good. For things like that is. Get some free points. Oh man, we're almost there. Okay, this is a real scuzzy, sneaky move, but I can go all the way to the end objective. There they are. Oh my god. Hope they didn't see me. I think they did. Oh, they did. Oh my god. Oh! Oh, my thing blew up. Give me some points while I was out. I would have felt bad if I would have got that plant. There's a phantom here. Phantom's back. Airstrike, watch out. I wish I could aim. I know that feeling. So I'm definitely hearing something. Most objectives. Well, that's pretty good. See, I don't think I'll screenshot that one because. Okay, let me just show you. So I go back to menu, I click on friends. Oh. And there's this little thing here. Invite to party. And then if you accept that, I'm unranked. Well, that's why everybody's talking about ranked. Yeah, see? And then when I go... Yes, it worked. See? Now we're together. This is how you do it. I know I was really confused when I came back to him, like, huh? Yeah, so you see at the bottom of the screen, we're together in a party. So you literally could have 6 guys. I mean, I had a clan in Warface, and I wish that I still had that clan, because we would, 6 of us would go into a server, we'd just own it every game. Yeah, it is a very better system. I don't like all this waiting though. Yeah, that's the other reason I'm not jumping around games too, is the learning curve. And the thing is, you start at 0 again. I always thought that they should create some sort of repository so that if you're like a really good player in one game, when you go into another game, you know, you have some higher level or whatever. You don't start from 0. All these ideas I come up with, they all tend to come out. People have the same ideas. Gonna have to go under the house to get some more apples. We got 3 medics. If the medics can keep me alive, I'll get that thing repaired. Just gonna jump down and repair fast in front. I saw her sitting up there too. It's like, what's she doing up there? Yeah, we know. Crashed. Oh no. See if you can rejoin it. Should take you back in. Nope, somebody else took your place. What CPU are you running? I mean, this is Unreal 3. It should be fine. Oh yeah, you should always reboot before you play. Especially these Unreal games. The Unreal Engine's fantastic, but it has some sort of it retains. Oh my god, it's not good. I don't know what it is. It takes up a bunch of RAM or something like that, and then so if you play again, you know, it's like playing on half your computer. I shouldn't. I'm just making an example. It's not exactly that way. But I always reboot. Always reboot before I start the game, and then it always plays smooth. If I don't, though, man, I can have some serious problems. I got a monster CPU, like 16 cores. It's the biggest CPU I could buy. Push Control-Alt-Delete and see what's happening with your Control-Alt-Delete, and then I'm gonna just do it. Task Manager. Control-Alt-Delete, click on Task Manager, and that'll tell you what's happening with your RAM and your CPU and your disk. You'll see where the bottleneck is. But usually it's a RAM issue, and you just have to reboot, and it'll be fine. It's just your random access memory can be taken up, and then when you stack another thing on top of it, it just takes up more and more. I've got a fix idea. Let me just think about it. Oh, go to Google and type Windows Defender fix. It turns out that even if you have another anti-virus, Windows Defender can take 70% of your CPU for no reason. It's just all these morons that create this stuff, they have nothing else running. They're running these really fast systems. They have nothing else running, and they don't test them with other things. They don't look and see what the CPU usage is. And so there's some really good tutorials online. And not only did it stop my system from stuttering in games by turning off Defender. I had no idea Defender was taking so much. And I don't even use Defender. You know, just in the background. I shouldn't be in there. That mine's not close enough, I don't think. Oh! Oh boy. That might be enough to stop us. Nope. Oh, they got it up. That's what I don't like about this game, because now I'm spawned as a proxy, which is not what I want to be. I want to be Nader. Go take that generator out. Anyways, Windows Defender is robbing you. I am so upset with Microsoft. First of all, I wanted Windows 7. I wanted to use all my original software I have on my other PC, put it in this one, away I go. Windows would not allow me to install Windows 7. Microsoft wouldn't allow me. I was held back by my motherboard. The motherboard turns off the keyboard and mouse. Then Windows deleted the EXEs on my own original game that we made in 2008. We put that out. And so now I can't run it on this because Windows has deleted the EXEs. Like, how stupid. On my laptop, where I have turned off that I do not want to put in any passwords, there's no reason for it. Microsoft does an automatic update on my laptop, and now they want me to put in a password. I don't know the password, so they tell me to go to a website. Well, how do you go to a website when you can't get into your computer? It's just, I mean, they're the stupidest people on earth. I mean, maybe they hire the stupidest people on earth, but they shouldn't be making operating systems. I think Windows. Okay, so boy, oh boy. So what you got to do is you got to go to the website. You got to download and reinstall Windows Home. Either that, or you got to pay the. I think if you go to Newegg, you can get a good deal on Windows 10. And they just ship you the code for Pro. I think it's about $250. But if you already own Home, and by the way, just so you know, on Windows Professional, you can turn off the automatic updates, which I've done on this computer. So now I'm in control. It's not like I come to work and the first thing Windows wants to do is shut down and reboot the system because they've updated. It's like, I'm at work. Like, I don't have time for them to fool around. Depends. Are you using everything on a C drive? If so, then you're screwed. If you have programs installed on their own drive, then you should be okay. You might have to reinstall just to get the shortcuts and stuff. I don't know. That's a bit of a dilemma. But, I was thinking, let's, for example, some guy... Oh, I got to change back to proxy. Some guy is out of the country, and he's given his kid the laptop. And Windows automatically updates, and even though he's got no password on his computer, Windows forces a password. Like, what are they thinking? And then they send you a message, oh, well, go to the website and change your password. It's like, how do you do that when you can't even get into your computer? I mean, I understand that they think you should have another computer to go to. But if they all updated with Windows, they'd lock you out of all of them. And so I tried to put the same password on it. I have this special password that's just really easy to do because my passwords are too complicated. And I don't want to stretch all over the keyboard and type a bunch of different things and have to look at it and all that kind of stuff. It's a laptop. I'm laying in bed watching a movie. I don't have to try to figure out how to do that. So anyways, they refused to let me use my original password. And it should have worked in the first place, but it didn't. So I had to put in a more complicated password. And then, of course, I had to enter that to get into the system. And then the password is already turned off, so I got to turn it back on. Now they want the password again. And then to turn it off. I can't believe how stupid they are. Like, when somebody says no password, you never, ever put a password back on them. Why would you do that? Unless you're tyrannical or something. Trying to be a meanie. Medic, can you get me up? I can repair faster. I'm right behind you. Thank you. I'm going to push in for a quick grab. Crap, we're going to get this in. I didn't realize the time. Six seconds left. Oh my god. Oh, he shoots my mind. You got me. Now, I'm going to suggest something to you, Dutch. You might not know this, so I'm going to suggest it to you. If you are going to reinstall an operating system, I would get yourself a PCI slotted SSD card or an S2, which is really the same thing. An S.2, sorry. It's 66 times faster than an SSD. Oh man. You put your OS on that, and it's just literally you hit start on your computer, and it's on. It's like so fast. You know, maybe 10 seconds or something. It's very fast. And that's what I got here. You know, then put your favorite games on it or whatever. Come on, mine. Get him. Oh yeah, the mine will go. It's in the courtyard, guys. Go to the courtyard. I'm gonna get it. Man, we're doing great. Oh, let's go the same way. Just gonna have a mine. There's a present for you there. She's got a mine down. Oh, we got an idle player. I'm gonna say no because it sucks playing and then you get kicked. The game's freaking over. Some mine on it. Anyways, look into S.2 cards or PCI slotted SSD cards. They're the same thing, just one goes into a PCI slot. But like my computer will take an S.2. It'll take two of them. And then there's a U.2 as well. It'll take one of those, I believe. "21 seconds. You lose. Man. Talk about the hair merchant. Freaking EV. And that's that. Okay, that's it. I have to stop. And just so you know, I go back to work after this. That's what I do. So the more I game, the less I got done on our game. Hey, that's Triz. That's what I don't like about this. I don't even know if she's there or not. Anyway, she's on the voice team. She's set up to stream. If she's doing too many streams yet, but she will be. All right, back to menu. All right, I'm going to wrap it up there. Let's talk about our event again. So this Friday coming up, January 19th, 2 p.m. Pacific, we are going to be revealing live our video game. So I'm gonna, and just so I explain this a little bit, what I do is I start the presentation with a video, and I do that on purpose because the way to get a lot of people to come, I mean, I could email 5,000 people. They're gonna, you know, I'll email a bunch of people on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever. By the time Friday comes around, you know, you can email them at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, they already forget. That's the nature of our world. It's just busy and things slip by and you don't realize time. So what I like to do is message people on Steam that I'm live. And I learned this the hard way. I told people that, hey, I'm going to be live at 2 o'clock, and I'd be messaging them at 1:30. And they go, I went and checked your channel. You're not there yet. So you got to keep it really simple. So that's what I do. I even got countdown timers now. So I'm going to run a countdown timer for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to run a short video. And all during that time, I'm going to be messaging people that I'm live. And so they'll be able to drop in. And the video will explain lots of stuff. We'll show you a bunch of screenshots. And then I will really be live once I'm done messaging everybody. And that's how I get, 50 people in the room. If I don't do that, it's like 5 or 6 people because people just forget. So anyways, that's what I do, just so you know. So this Friday, it's going to be fun. And it's going to be mind-blowing. You're going to see probably some, and I don't want to brag, but just some of the most beautiful game design. Just the way everything lays out and flows together and stuff. I wish people made games like this, but I'm glad that they don't, because honestly, it's just better for us. Anyways, we'll see you there. It's VindaCator. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon.